All right. Got the new updated shop set up. Got these nerds all happy. Got the bender set up, ready to go. Got the tubing. So guys, ready. I want to make like a little chain so I don't lose this thing because it's only 48 doll hairs. Anyway, got that ready to go. That one's for sale because it's bigger than what I need. I tried making a shim to put in there, and oh, where's it at? Yeah, right here. So the thickness of the 1.75 tube should have made a spacer big enough basically to put a 1.5 tube in there. But as you can see, if I get to the light over here, it was kind of dimpling it in the bend. And that would be fine for like trampoline legs or something, but I'm trying to build a trike out of this thing and I don't want to risk it. And also the back was like flattening out. You can kind of see it there. There's getting like a crease right there. So the back was flattening out and bulging, so it wasn't going to work. And then, of course, there's like a fucking month lead time for these dies that come with everything you need. But I didn't want to wait a month just for an 1.5" die to go into this bender. And of course, this is the model 32. So it has a 1.25" pin that goes through the die right here. And I guess that gives it the ability to go up to 2-inch round DOM, fucking chromoly, whatever. That guy. This guy is a Model 3. So before this guy ever came out. And it's a 1-inch only, not an 1.25". So the die has to have, you know what I'm saying? Like this is an inch pin, so there's a hole in this die that's 1 inch. It wouldn't fit on this guy because that's an 1.25" and an 1.25" hole. So like that die would technically, I mean, maybe with a shim, you could make it fit in here, but this would never fit in there without drilling this die out. But luckily, when I went searching to see, like, of course, somebody's bought one of these and fucking don't want it no more. This guy. And maybe they have the die or the bender, and I would just sell the extra bender, whatever. And then I'd have put the die in there, and then I'd have had the 1.75" and the 1.5", and I'd have just had a 2-die bender, and I could switch it and do whatever I want. But of course, nobody had that size die, but somebody had this size die. And not only did they have the die, but they had the whole frickin' Model 3 bender to go with it. And they were charging me less than what the bender alone or the die alone, because this is like $475, this is like $435 plus $80 each for shipping because they weigh like more than me each. But it's about $800, $900, almost $1,000 after tax, tag, and title just for the bender and the die, not counting the hydro and all that other bullshit. So it's about $1,000 right here. Dude was selling it for $400. I mean, he just wanted it out of the way, I guess. So I got this for less than the cost of a new die, and I didn't have to wait a month. And then I just bought that and put that together. And now I have an 1.5" die. What are you doing over there? Now I have the 1.5" die. I can build in the 1.5" to make the trike, yada, yada, yada. And then I can sell this because I don't do cages or roll bars anymore, or even like exos on Jeeps. 2 bumpers, anything like that. 1.75, great. 1.5" is more like, you know, go-karts, dirt bikes, fucking choppers, ATVs, side-by-sides, shit like that. Are you retarded? Okay. Anyway, so I have some 1.5" painter's tape. I'm going to lay out the first piece that I want to bend, and bend the pieces and then tack them all together. And then once I have that piece bent and tacked, I'm going to move it out the way and I'm going to peel the tape up and I'm going to lay the next part out in tape, bend it, tack it together, yada yada. And then when all the parts are bent and tacked, I can put it all together and tack it all as a solid unit. Let me make sure I got the files here. And I do not, of course. But I had the blueprinties. Oh, you can see my reflection. Hi, fuck you. Oh. Let's go to my drive. And then you can see here, I have, let's see, pedal assembly, steering column, lower A-arm, for example. Now, that's not going to be a big bend. We'll do the chassis drawing. There we go. So like, I got to pick like that one. That one would be a good start. And I got to lay it out on the floor. You know what I mean? And then bend all that, tack it all together. And then that's like the windshield basically, and the front end. And then go back, you slut. Oh, there we go. And then like there's the main hoop and the what is it called? The harness bar for behind the hoop. And then yeah, I just gotta bend all of this stuff one bend at a time and then put it all together and make that essentially. Not too hard. It's gonna get tricky.